Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about another verse from the Dhammapada, and it's another verse that relates to those worldly winds, this time to praise and blame. It's a very short verse. As a rock remains unmoved by storm, so a wise one remains unmoved by praise or blame. As a rock remains unmoved by storm, so a wise one remains unmoved by praise or blame. I was thinking about how interesting it is, the fragility of how we see ourselves and how dependent it is on how others see us. And yeah, it's very hard, isn't it, when we're blamed? I mean, obviously it's particularly hard if we don't think we deserve blame. But actually what I realised is that even if we do, even if we're culpable, we really can't bear being blamed. And we'll do all we can to, to excuse ourselves, to find a reason why we're not to blame, seeing something as inevitable and therefore, we're not to blame. We just try to sidle out of taking any blame, basically. And I think that can be even in extreme circumstances when people maybe have done pretty shocking things, actually just, finding some kind of excuse so they don't have to take responsibility. And what it shows really is just how fragile we are, how dependent we are on people feeling well towards us, feeling good about us. And I think this is a really interesting area because if you think about it, it just isn't possible that everyone's going to like you. It just isn't possible. Why should everybody like you? We are so full of preferences and prejudices that we really, as practitioners, we really need to get to know those, to be honest about them. And of course, we can only do that if we've got enough metta, if we've got enough positivity, and particularly towards ourselves. We need a great deal of the right sort of love towards ourselves. So what do I mean by that? Because I'm not talking about a sort of self-indulgence, but a really healthy view of ourselves that sees that every human being makes mistakes. Every human being has very positive qualities and, things that they're ashamed of, things that are, less skillful. And it's by knowing those things, by holding them in a loving kindness, in a loving awareness, that we really make progress. Because if we don't hold them, those unskillful things, with metta, then we will simply punish ourselves. We'll be revealing things to ourselves in our awareness, and then feeling bad about them, thinking we're no good, thinking we're a horrible person, thinking we're worse than other people. And of course that would be hopeless. But actually I find it really exciting nowadays to see something about myself that I think, oh God, really? Can you be that mean? Can you be that unloving? Can you be that unkind? I find it exciting really, because I see it and I think, yes, actually, it is it's possible, even after all these years of practice, of 30 years of practice, that, my mind is not completely purified. I'm not enlightened. I'm far from perfect. And, but every time I reveal something to myself, it means that I can make progress with that. I can do something about it. I can't do something about it if I don't even know what it is. So actually, when I'm blamed, I try and really look at that yeah, I feel the pain, it's like nobody wants to be criticised. But actually then it's like, okay, so maybe more than one person have said this to us, whatever it is, pointed out something that's a bit painful because, we sense that there is some truth in it. And then we can reflect on it. Doesn't mean that everything that everybody says to us is necessarily true, but at least we're willing to really look at it, to contemplate, and learn. And, if we look at the other side of things, praise, it's this wanting to be loved, isn't it? And like I said, we can't possibly please everybody all the time. And we do things that are going to go unnoticed. Why do we need notice? Why do we need praise for everything we do? We should treat it as if it's like, well, it's a bonus, and it's quite nice for people to notice if we've done something that was helpful, that was generous, that was compassionate. But we shouldn't be doing it to get other people's praise. We should be doing it because actually, if we feel what we've done, if we do something skillful and we feel that in ourselves, that's enough, because we know that it's helped. We know that it's helped other people. And in helping other people, of course, we help ourselves. It's inevitable. It's karma, isn't it? When we do skillful actions of body, speech and mind, they have a very big effect on us. It's a bit like cleaning ourselves out in some way. When we're angry, when we have a lot of negative emotions, we poison ourselves. And we can feel that poison if we're sensitive to it. We can feel it in our body. So, over-relying on other people's praise and trying to avoid blame is just a big defence. It's a defence because we're not able to be whole in ourselves. We're not able to respect ourselves enough so that we look to others. And as I said, there is nobody in the world who is always going to be praised or always blamed. Nobody. So once you know that, it's like, I can relax. This applies to everybody, not just me. So, yeah, there's a great relief. I mean, a lot of Buddhist practice is like letting go of these strange ideas we've got about life and about ourselves and about how other people should be around us. I think the classic one is, feelings that if we find the right person to love us, then, it will release something in us and we'll be able to love. Well, that might happen occasionally, but actually the truth is that I can guarantee that if you love other people, you'll be loved in return. There's no question. Because love attracts love. We need to open up and be less self-absorbed about how we're affected and seek to appreciate other people, to go out to other people, to be interested in other people. And then we won't worry so much about whether we're liked or not liked, whether we've said the right thing or not. So it's a very relaxed state to be in. That's all I've got to say today. See you soon. Bye.